Yo, I'm a bit confused. I think I'm live now. I was talking for about a minute and a half, I think, and it weren't live. So now the thing's live. Big up. Now I can see what you lot are saying. That's how it goes. Welcome to United View, the new channel, the new venture, the new journey. I was saying before I thought I was live when I wasn't live. Big up to all the messages, big up to all of you for getting involved, all the well wishes. You lot have just been sick, honestly. Like, so much love, so much kind of just good energy. Do you know what I'm saying? It's sick. I love it. I love good energy. I love good vibes. And I love being blessed. So big up to everyone who supported the channel and subscribed. We put the video out yesterday and it just went crazy, which is great. So transfer updates. This is what you're going to get every day, 12 p.m. And you know what? I'm excited. I'm proper excited, man. I got a big grin on my face because it's happening. Do you know what I mean? And you lot are gonna build a community with me. You lot are gonna, we're gonna start small and we're just gonna keep elevating, man, and keep going. So big up. Now I can see all the comments and everyone is in here. Tunic Red Devil says, good to see you back. Big flex. Well, flex, you're my man. Keep doing well, says Azzy. And good to see you again, says Jay Walsh as well. Big love from South Africa. Love you, Fret, says Kagiso. And the first super chat of the day from Ewan Black. Big up yourself. He says big up, Flex, and big up to you as well, Ewan. But we've got a lot to get through, man. I'm going to get back to the comments and all you guys super chats and comments very shortly. But we've got a lot to get through, and we've got to start with Raphael Varane because Real Madrid have set their asking price of £50 million. Bargain. Yeah, bargain. This is from Tom Hopkinson of the Daily Mirror, and also it's been reported at AS as well.com over there in Madrid, a massive outlet. This is what AS Madrid was saying. They're basically saying that Sergio Ramos comes into this. He has offers for Manchester United and Man City. However, PSG have made a financially superior offer to both. Shock. There is a good chance that Ramos will play for PSG next season. That was the kind of breaking news not long before I came on live on air. But before that, what we saw earlier in the morning was Real Madrid demanding around 50 million for Raphael Varane, and PSG have sounded out Varane, but he prefers to move to England and he's looking for a 4-year deal. Manchester United are the main candidates, and that's from the Mirror. Look, the way I see this, you lot, yeah, is very simple. Like, very simple. I'm saying that Varane's the priority. I don't know what... look, the Sancho's thing's going on, and we're going to get to that. We will obviously get to that. And Sancho's a fantastic player. But I've said all along, not just the fact that we wanted him last year and didn't get it, and now it's dragging out and it's boring and the whole Man United thing. Forget that. I mean, I'm more talking like we know it's going to be upwards of £75 million, £80 million. But I don't think Sancho's the actual nailed-on priority. If we get Jadon Sancho for £80 million, I've got almost zero hope, zero faith. I've got 100% hope. I've got zero faith that we're then going to be able to go and get Varane as well on top of that for 50 million. Varane, for me, must be the priority, especially because it's a big bargain, guys. £50 million for Varane is a bargain. He's won almost everything there is to win in football, apart from the Euros. He's won everything at Real Madrid. He's madly, vastly experienced. He's playing at the highest level. He's still young enough to give a 4-year contract, and he's world class for 50 million versus like a Pau Torres or a Koundé who's up and coming, who's going to cost the best part of 40 million. I'd rather spend an extra 10 million and get signed, sealed, delivered, big man Varane. Nicholas Hardy, thanks for the super chat, bro. Says, hey Flex, so good to see you again. I've missed your energy lately. Much love from Australia, my guy. Big up yourself, Nicholas, man. The energy's back. Actually, the energy never went anywhere. I've always got the same energy, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I've always got the same energy. But get your thoughts and let me know what you guys are saying about this Varane situation. Should we, if you could choose, would you just scrap the Jadon Sancho plans if it meant that 90 million is going to get spent on a proper centre half, which is 50 million for Varane, which we now know it is, and then another 50 million, let's say, on a CDM? Because I would. Look, I'm going to talk about Jadon Sancho in a bit, so I'm not going to go too much into it now. But for me, it's so clear what the priority needs to be, and the fact that it's coming out at 50 £50 million. It's a bargain. It's an absolute bargain. Sancho and Varane cost us 150 million. Nah, too much money, says Kamikaze. And Asar says, Flex, can we get both if we sell some players, offer Phil Jones in a swap? Definitely not if we offer Phil Jones in a swap. But someone was saying this the other day about the players that we need to sell and stuff. Because if Jesse Lingard goes for, say, I don't know, between 30 and 40 million. Dallo, we don't know what's going to happen. He could probably get sold for like, I don't know, 20, 25 million. Andreas Pereira is going to come back. He could fetch about, 15 million. Before you know it, if we're efficient enough, I get what you're saying there, Asar. We actually could recoup some P's. We actually could do that. And add to the transfer kitty, to be fair, to be able to get Sancho and Varane. But I don't know, man. I'm just going off that basis of actually, you know what? We've got this 100-ish million kitty of the reports I've read, and it looks like most of it's going to be spent on Jadon Sancho, which I get it, he's a fantastic player, but this squad needs, like, don't let the fact that the Euros is on and all that just make you forget about like club football and what we actually need. Like, we need a centre back, and I don't think there's much better out there for that price than Varane. Like, I think it's a no-brainer, I really do. Shivu says, I think Varane is another Lindelof. Look at his last season, he made a lot of mistakes. I got to agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I got to disagree with you. He's not another Lindelof. Even if Varane had a fairly underwhelming season by his own standards, Real Madrid going through a lot last season, to be fair, up and down, didn't quite win the league. You can't mistake his quality, bro. Putting him in the same bracket as Lindelof, come on. Have you seen Lindelof's flaws and the mistakes that he makes and how he gets bullied? I can't put Varane and Lindelof in the same bracket. I respect what you're saying. That's fine, and it's interesting that you actually see it like that, Shivlu. But I can't agree with that. Lindelof and Varane in the same. Nah. Muzamal says, yes, yeah, Lindelof is clear, LOL. And Alexander says, Wagwan Flex, I am good. I am very, very good. So if you're just joining us, the latest news is that Real Madrid have set their asking price for Raphael Varane. Another bit that Tom Hopkinson of the Mirror said is that also Raphael Varane's agents hope to meet Manchester United this week to try and thrash out a move to Old Trafford. Varane has rejected a 2-year extension with an option for a further year at Real Madrid. So the P's have come into this, and you know what, we'll talk about Sergio Ramos, because the fact that Sergio Ramos is now tipped to go to PSG because they've made him a financial superior offer to both Man City and Man United. That comes into it. That plays a big part, because the longer that he was kind of involved of going to PSG, or available to go to PSG, Varane, I mean, you're starting to think, he's French, it could work. They could obviously offer him a lot of money. I know that he didn't want to accept the deal at Real Madrid because he wasn't happy with the P's that have been offered to him, and obviously we can give him a longer contract. But the fact that Ramos is now tipped to go PSG aren't going to buy Ramos and Varane. No chance, in my opinion. I you know, if I get sat down, then we'll see. But I can't see that happening, in my opinion. So if Ramos is tipped to go there, then it leaves Varane free. Now, someone else did say to me as well, which is a little bit of a thinking point. Will Real Madrid be willing to lose Varane and Ramos in one window? That's two big centre-backs to have to replace. The Ramos one, they had to do it. All right, cool. He's going to go with the blessing. He is Mr. Real Madrid. The Varane one, they are still trying to keep him, but we're hearing that Varane is saying no. So then that's where we need to come and smell blood and jump in. Do you know what I mean? If the agents are hopeful of meeting Man United this week, get it done. Put the Sancho thing on hold. For me personally, I'm saying this is the deal that we have to get done. This is the deal of the summer. We've got to get that centre-back partnership sorted out. And Shivu comes back in with another super chat saying, I think Varane is another Lindelof. Look at his... Oh no, I've read that one already. My bad. There was another super chat that I missed as well. Yeah. Not our money, Flex, says Kaplane S. Yeah, but I hear that. Not our money. It's not. But we also have to look at the track record of what we do. Like, we can't forget how the Glazers move. We can't forget how the clubs run. We can't forget how we move as a big club, or lack of movement as a big club. We don't go and execute deals quick. We don't go and execute the deals that we know we need. We don't normally go and get the players that suit the profile of what we need. We've got better at doing that. I have to admit that. We've got better at doing that. But when you deep it, I know you're saying it's not our money, but I'm still thinking, well, the Glazers are still going to be penny pinching. The Glazers are still going to want to make the best financial decisions for themselves. So we haven't, I know you're saying it's not our money, but we can't exactly just be brandishing it around, because that's not what we do. Really, you're right, it's not our money, and really we should have owners who say, rah, this squad needs 300 million, 80 million for Sancho, go on, hold that. 50 million for Varane, go on, hold that. Another 50, 55, 60 million for a CDM, go on, hold that. Need a backup right back, Trippier, 20 mil, or whoever else, hold that. That's what we should be doing. But we don't do it. It's as simple as that. We don't do it. Spartan MUFC says, I agree that we need to sign a centre-back and DM first. Sam High is super... Sancho is super exciting though. Bit of a typo there. And Aidan Hayder says, "Hey, how you doing?" I said big up. And Eab says, "Like, share, and subscribe." Yeah, make sure you guys get the likes in, man. I suppose it's the road to 50k, innit? We're a small channel. We're gonna start out, hit little milestones. We're at what, 30k now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you share up the video, man. We're building the community. We're at nearly 900 people watching live as well. It'd be sick if we can get that to 1,000 people watching live. That'll be a great start. That'd be dope. Romero, the best centre-back buy right now, 40 million after Sancho. Nehus for 45 million for CDM. And Flex, what about the 50 million we submitted according to MEN for Varane? Well, that's what I'm talking about, Neville James. 50 million for Varane if you're just joining us. And for me, to finish off on Varane, you pay the P's, you give him whatever money he wants within reason, because that's what we do. We pay big wages, and you get him in through the door. The Sancho deal isn't really going anywhere. We're posturing with them, and you know we want to do a deal, but at the end of the day, we still need to make sure that it suits us. They're still umming and ahhing over the price, which I'll get onto Sancho in a minute, and obviously a little bit about Paul Pogba. But to finish off on Varane, I think it's so easy. It's a really simple thing for me. You make Varane the priority, you go and get Varane, you pay whatever. It's not even like you pay whatever is you have to go in extra. It's £50 million. Ben White cost £50 million. Ben White. Now, I think he's a good young up and coming player, but he's nowhere near the levels of Varane. So I think we need to smell the blood of them being in a bad position with Varane. Kind of like what people are going to think with us and Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba was going into his last year. It gives the clubs coming in who want to buy him that little bit of leverage to say, yo, Pogba will give you big wages. We shouldn't have to pay too much of a massive transfer fee for you. Not as much as we would have if you had 2-3 years left on your contract. It's Man United's bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do need some more mods actually. Someone said we need some more mods. Yeah, so if anyone wants to be a mod, let me know in there, man. Ben White going to Arsenal, says Ura. Yeah, let him go to Arsenal. That's fine. But my point was just like, you know, he's going to cost the best part of 50 million when market value, you've literally got a 50 million pound player in Varane, who's probably a 100 million pound player. A few years ago, Varane was a 100 million pound player. He would be if his contract was bigger. So for me, let's go do it. Right, let me make someone a mod here. Let's go. There you go. You can be a mod. Big up. Welcome to the family. Kurt, you are now a mod, bro. Let's go. Okay, moving on. So that's the Varane thing sort of done and dusted. The Sancho thing is this is from Fjortov. I mean, and that's another thing. I haven't spoke to you guys directly for so long about Man United transfers. I'm not going to kind of regurgitate all of the news that you guys have definitely been tuning in with. I mean, we've all been talking about Sancho for so long, and it is one of them things. Only Man United can drag this out as you know, 2 years basically, and when it gets to this year, it's still going to take long to do. It's still a big deal to do. So I'm not going to go back over like, oh, they've made a bid, they've done this, they've done that. But I just want to talk about the Sancho thing in general and the latest update that I saw from Fjortov, which was as you were really. And he says that Borussia Dortmund will only sell Jadon Sancho if they get 90 million euros plus add-ons. Man United know this and are working internally on the financial structure of the deal. That's where we're at. That's where we've always known we're at. We're getting these kind of new updates every day, saying the same thing but in a different way. And look, we'll here at the channel, we'll keep our eyes peeled for it. But my thing on the Sancho thing is how much of a priority is he? Like, I said this many times, even halfway through last season, towards the end of the season, sorry. I was saying, all right, Sancho is a brilliant player. He would come and lock down our right-hand side, I understand that. But if we have the same centre-back pairing and we have the same CDMs, what really changes? Inside Air says, I think Varane will pick PSG over us. Can I be a mod as well? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Big up yourself, Inside Air. It's interesting. I don't think Varane and... I know we're going back to Varane again, but I don't think Varane and Ramos will both go there. I think it will be Ramos. I could be completely wrong. We could see a twist and turn in the next couple of days. That's just my take on it. But back to the Sancho thing. I just think if we blow our peas on Sancho, we're asking for trouble. I honestly do think we're asking for trouble. And then on top of that, because Man United have dragged it out, it's almost like I'm only really going to get happy for it and start kind of going for it when you see Sancho holding the shirt, because we all saw what happened last summer. We was all part of it. We all thought it was coming. Do you know what I'm saying? And he didn't end up coming. That's just how it went. So, but with the squad, the deficiencies that ended up being in the squad last year were so evident. I didn't look out and look at our squad, and I don't know if you guys did. Let me know if you did, and say, my God, we must get a right winger. Mason Greenwood done all right towards the end of the year. Okay, Marcus Rashford wasn't great out on the right hand side. And you got Martial to come back as well, so that front three is going to be intertwining and changing. So yeah, we do need a right winger, is what I'm saying. I do understand that, but not over. Hear me out. Not over the centre back and not over the midfield. Those were the glaring, obvious problems with us last year. How many times did we see Lindelof and Maguire just have mix-ups and get it wrong, where the two attributes just don't go together? How many times did we see when Oli had to change it and maybe go over Lindelof and Bailly didn't look very convincing? How many times did we see Axel Tuanzebe in and out, not really get given a chance? He's going to go out on loan now. So clearly there's an issue at centre-back. We're not going to win the league and we're not going to get any better, I don't personally think, unless we get another centre-back. And central midfield. Do you know what I mean? Central midfield. McTominay and Fred, like what? With that, it didn't work for many games. Don't get me wrong, we had some big results last year in isolated moments, and the year before as well, and it was always McTominay and Fred. But by and large, we know it's not good enough. Their ball retention's not good enough. The way they manipulate the ball's not good enough. Positionally, sometimes together as a pair, they're not good enough. And then you've got the Pogba conundrum. Like, Pogba's playing out on the left because we don't have that CDM that Oli might trust to play alongside him. We can get into the argument with Pogba with France and how he plays, but I think it's really simple. He's got mad better players around him. You know what I mean? And he hasn't found his best form. I'm not going to rid Pogba of that. You get the whole Pogba FC and Pogba can't do no wrong. I almost got shut down, I almost got run out of Twitter for saying that I don't think Pogba was man of the match in that first game they played against not Hungary. Who did France play in the first game? Germany. You know, don't get me wrong, all the stats came out and everyone was saying, no, you're wrong. It's football opinion, but I'm just saying, what I won't do is I love Paul Pogba and I want him to stay at Man United and I want us to get the best out of him, but I won't just blindly he can't do nothing wrong. Like, in that game, he gave the ball away a couple of times as well. You know what I mean? Like, he did his thing and he played very well. But anyway, back to my point. That's what I'm saying is this is why we need a centre midfielder and we need a centre back over Jadon Sancho. So look, the Sancho saga is going to continue. It ain't going to stop. It's not going to stop. And do I think we'll get him this year? I do think we're going to get him this year. But like I said, I'm more interested in to see what's going on with this centre back situation. Who knows? Maybe Man United might surprise us. Imagine if Man United just moved swift. They get Sancho. Then a few days later, they get Varane. Imagine that. If we get Sancho and Varane this summer, right? I'll take that. We do need the CDM though, to be fair. We've got to get a centre midfielder. But as a base point, I would take that. But if you're asking me if I could get which two positions would I take first, I would take Sancho out of there. I'd rather go without Sancho and get Varane plus a central midfielder then get Sancho +1, in my opinion. Anis Nassim says, hey, good luck, Flex, with your new challenge. Is there any way we can help out? Excited for you, mate. Thank you, man. Enough love. Yeah, you guys can help out by just enjoying the content and coming on the journey with me. That's how you can help out. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're at 600 odd likes at the moment, I think. That's sick. Let's see if we can push that up. But yeah, let's get to 700 likes. That's how you can help, and just by being on the journey. Mr. BAST, I think that is. It's got a number 3 there, so apologies if I said it wrong. Says, let's not forget with Sancho comes issues in giving game time for the likes of Martial, Greenwood, Ahmad. I forgot we even had Ahmad when I was mentioning Sancho. That's another player. And James, big love from Australia. Also mod ? Yeah, man, you can be a mod. Let me get to you. Why not? Nice super chat and nicely put. Ahmad, that's another thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Wow, 760 likes as well. So the likes are going up. Well, we've got over 1,000 people watching, so let's go, guys. If you haven't hit the like button and you're watching, there's over 1,000 people here. Let's see if we can get to over 800 likes as a minimum. But what was I saying? Ahmad is another reason why you look at on the right wing. Dan James, I know people say that he's not at the level. I understand that, but he's still there for the squad depth. He has a place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but if you look at if Sancho does come, yeah, he would be number 1 right wing. There's no way we're going to spend near enough the majority of our transfer budget on Sancho, and he doesn't start games. He's not the main right winger, which does make it a bit more difficult for Mason Greenwood. But it's all about strength and depth. Martial's got to have a good season this year. Martial has to have a good season this year. I think there's a lot of people that are kind of putting Martial into the category of, I'm going to give him this season and then after that it's a bit peak. Do you know what I'm saying? I think we have to look at that. But a big season expected for him. Marcus Rashford needs to kick on. We've kept Cavani. So Greenwood's going to get a chance up front along with Martial. The right hand side, if we get Sancho, he's not going to play every game, so it's just going to be mad rotation. That's what I think. Vishal, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Says, hello Flex, good to see you doing your own thing, wishing you all the best for the new phase in life. I'll be supporting you all along. Big up, and thank you for that, man. I really appreciate that. And Kevin Wrench, big up Kevin, says, fantastic to see you doing your own thing on your own channel, Flex. Good luck, looking forward to seeing this channel grow. And so am I, man. I'm just really happy. It's as simple as that. I can't hide how happy I am, and everyone in the YouTube space is just doing their thing and flourishing, and that's what I'm gonna do, man. Good luck to everyone. It's all love. It is all love. Thanks for the super chat, says Kurt as well. Big up one of the mods there. I like that. And the last thing I want to talk about today, before I leave you guys, is Paul Pogba. It's Paul Pogba, and a little bit of an update on him. This is again coming out of AS.com, very reputable outlet over there in Madrid. And they're saying sources very close to Paul Pogba have said the midfielder would be delighted if he could sign the last major contract of his career with Real Madrid. And some other reports were saying, but there hasn't been too much interest from them. I don't think that's hard to believe. Look, the Pogba thing is this. We know he wants to leave. Yeah, we know he wants to leave, and it's whether or not the suitors come for him. Because if we let Paul Pogba go, I'm telling you now, it's all good people saying he didn't reach his potential and he's not this and he's not that, he's overrated. If you don't fancy Pogba, that's fine. It's all good people saying that. But if he leaves, he needs replacing. I can't see him leaving and them going, oh, Donny, you got a promotion. I can't see that. Let me just read out super chats here. Red Warrior says, I'm here to be a mod, bro. We have followed each other for a long time on Twitter, so you know I can be trusted. Big love and excited for this journey. Yeah, I do follow you on Twitter, actually. Big up, man. Red Warrior, love that. Feeling the love, man. I'm feeling the love and the support in the comments, man. This is dope. This is sick. Is it how I expected it? I don't know what I expected, but you know when you just do your first show and you're just taking it all in still, and you're still just like, not that you're not believing in yourself, but you're just thinking, wow, like this actually is a new journey. That's why I'm just happy. I'm really happy. I can't stop smiling. I'm really happy. But where was I? Yeah, the Pogba situation. The Pogba situation is what it is. Like, Of course he wants to leave. I don't think we're going to let him leave. I don't think the suitors can afford him. What if someone comes to Paul Pogba now with a year left on his deal? What's he worth? I tried to tell KG before when we were doing shows. KG used to think that we can still get 90 million for Paul Pogba. Like, that's not how it works. Like, he's in his last year of his deal. It's not going to happen. I think Pogba's going to go for at least 70 million if someone tried to buy him now, between 60 and 70, which would be fair considering where he is with his contract. But Man United need to replace him. And it's all good saying replace him with maybe like a Jack Grealish, but Jack Grealish don't play central midfield. If we want the best out of Paul Pogba, I'm saying you need to play him centrally in a 4-3-3, but we're not going to do that. So it's very tight. It's very tight. And I just don't think that I don't think Man United will allow him to leave for cheap. But what also does worry me is him going into this last year not signing anything, because before this was kicking off, which we knew it was going to be a Pogba saga all this summer. As we was leading up to it, I was more leaning towards the side of I think they will maybe extend his deal, give him a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal, so that he can do one more year. Then when it gets to the end of that year, we can say, all right, boom, you know what, Pogba, you've given us one more year because we gave you a free deal last year. You've got 2 years left, so we can sell you for a decent fee. Off you go. And maybe Real Madrid will come knocking in. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. Ash, what we said, good to see you back on, mate. All the best. Thank you, Ash. Big up yourself, man. I'm buzzing to be back on. And yeah, so the Paul Pogba thing, I don't think is going to happen in terms of him leaving, because I just don't know who can afford him. Real Madrid, I think, got issues with P's. Juventus, I don't think they're going to be able to afford him. Big wages. They're still going to keep Ronaldo. Big wages. I ain't too sure. That's the thing of it. And if he stays, he's probably going to run down his contract. He's going to run, which is weird, because one thing the Glazers are about is looking after their assets and looking after the P's. And to let Paul Pogba go into his last year of his contract and potentially leave for free, because don't forget, in January, if he ain't signed nothing from January with us, he's free to go and talk to clubs. He's free to go and talk to clubs. Paul Pogba is. So it needs sorting. We even need to give that guy an extension ASAP. Yeah. Give that guy an extension ASAP, or sell him now. That's the only two viable options. Letting him go into the season with that ticking, with only 6 months to get him signed up is asking for trouble for me. Ali Morgan says, glad to see you back. Any KG coming soon? Listen, go follow KG's channel, man. He's doing his own thing over there. Make sure you guys hit up his thing. He's been doing his 5 things deep, I saw. He's been doing his Euro stuff. He's been doing all his acting stuff. So yeah, man, KG's doing his thing. So yeah, big up KG, man. And Oiflex, big up yourself, says Edna. And I'm so happy to see Flex building a great community here for a United fan from Nigeria. We love you, Flex. Big up, man. Just going to go through some of the positive comments here, actually. Love this. It's scary. It's a big price for him, 100%. Yo, Flex, how can I become a member? Says official Basuma. We haven't started any kind of membership things and stuff like that as of yet. We're just getting going, man. So just subscribe. Just subscribe and share and hit like, my friends. All of that stuff is going to come. And another thing, like I said on the intro video yesterday, there's a lot more to come, man. There's a lot more to come. There's a lot more to build, and I'm really looking forward to it. So to finish off, if you're just joining us, Real Madrid have set the bar at not that high. You know what I'm saying? At not that high. £50 million for Raphael Varane. I'm saying, don't be stupid. Go and get him ASAP. Don't mess about. Forget Sancho. Park that. Press pause. Leave that. Go and get him. I had a little bit of an update on the Sancho situation, which wasn't too in depth, because it does get annoying, innit? I know what it's like, guys. And the last thing I think we all want to do, me included as a United fan, is just keep going and going and going. It's almost like you want to not talk about Sancho until it is Man United putting out an official statement. We are delighted to sign Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund for an undisclosed fee. Jadon joins us. That's when we want to talk about Jadon Sancho. But you know, this is what we do. We have to talk about the news and talk about what's out there within reason. United Fan TV with an inside says, inside all right, in the KG voice. Can I mod on here, my man? I mod over on KG show. Yeah, you can be a mod. Pick up yourself. And the last thing was about Paul Pogba as well, to finish off as a summary. Paul Pogba needs to... I think we need to sign him up ASAP or sell him, because him entering into that last year and going on a free, I think will be a disgrace. It'd be shocking, to be honest. And I'm not here for that. So we need to sign him. And Ali Morgan says, would you do a swap deal, Pogba for Varane? It's a really good question, you know. Would I do that? Would I do Pogba for Varane? Something doesn't really sit well with me though, because we'd have to go and replace Pogba, and that's the issue for me. We have to go and replace Pogba. So no, I wouldn't. I think we've got enough in us now to just pay the P's. It's only 50 million. It's not like he's 80, 90 million, 100 million where you might want to, you know, put a player in plus some money. I think we've got enough resources, and we're a big enough club, or we should be a big enough club, to be able to say, nah, we want to keep a player like Paul Pogba and add with a player like Varane. Look at what the spine could be if we had Paul Pogba central midfield along with another centre half, centre midfielder who's very good. A spine with don't know what's going to happen with De Gea. We'll leave the keepers for another situation. But a spine with Varane and Maguire, which I think is perfectly fine. Bruno in the 10 and Cavani up front. That's a really strong spine. If Martial can get on form, you can have him on the left. French connection, you know what I mean? 3 French guys in there doing their thing, or obviously Rashford doing his thing as well. So yeah, so to answer that question, which was a really good question from Ali Morgan, it is one. I mean, what would you guys put yes or no just quickly before we finish off? What are you lot saying in the comments? Are you lot trying to swap Varane for Pogba? Would you do that now? Or would you rather just go no, try and keep both, or sell Pogba for big money and sign Varane in general? What are you lot saying? I want to know. Adifia Warrior says big up Flex. Mods get. There's a lot of people, some idiots just spamming. I'll do my bit and just kind of block people. I never understand like why people like think I know. Let me go on a stream and go in the comments and just like spend my morning doing that. Like, if you're a fan, why would you do that? Well, you clearly are not a fan, but I never understand why people do that. I know, I'm going to just get my phone now, I'm going to jump in someone's chat and just like spam it and just talk shit. A lot of people saying no in the comments. A few people saying yes, but I think it's a unanimous no. You wouldn't swap Varane for Pogba. Yeah, I think that's a good 90% no. So the people that have spoken, they have spoken. Anyway, guys, thank you lot for watching the first stream. How weird does that sound? First stream, United View. That's what it is here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love. Make sure you follow our socials as well. United View TV on Instagram, United View TV on Twitter. We want to try and get to 10k on those as quickly as we can, man. That'll be sick. Jay Lings fam. I recognise Jay Lings fam. Please mod me, Flex. I always see you on the streams, man. Big up. You were always over there at United Stand as well. I remember seeing you all the time, and on my stuff as well when I was doing FIFA before. So big up Jay Lings fam. I always see you in the chat. And yeah, thanks everyone. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. We got over 1,000 likes, which is sick. Whilst we're live, drop your comments, and if you're watching this afterwards, if you didn't watch this live, drop your comments in the boxes below, man. Interact. We've got a good community here, and we're building. I will see you guys again 12 p.m. tomorrow for more transfer updates. Peace.